And here's the dirty secret. Hey, so here we are, my first ever tutorial on this channel. Actually, not true, I've done a couple of them like 5 years ago when I was still a student. But yeah, welcome to the first official one, I guess. So this is my quick edit of the first preview that I've showed you, where I use all these cool lens flares. And actually they are just layers here. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take one of the shots here and we're gonna rebuild it. And I'm gonna show you step by step how you can also like pimp your footage with these lens flares. So let's take this shot here and let's just see how it works. So let's put it here at the back. So here's our beautiful shot. Let's make it a little bit longer and also let's preview it. Actually, let's also remove the color grading so you can see the original shot. So this is what it looks like. It's just a taxi in Tokyo, because I went there in April this year and I bought a new camera and I just had so much fun. I just walked around the city all the time and just shot everything. All my footage is in here. So this is the shot that I think we will use for this little preview. And then I have a folder here. It's called Anamorphic Distortions. And I made all of them myself. And it's actually a really, really simple and dirty trick how you can make them. But I'm gonna explain that later. So let's take a lens flare that could fit maybe this one. Shorten it so it fits, and then we just set the blending mode to screen. And let's see how it looks like. It's quite cool, but not quite the style that I'm looking for. I think something like this could look really cool. Let's take it. Yeah, this one is quite cool. Yeah, you get the idea. So very simple. You just drag and drop these lens flares over the footage. And then what you do is you like give the footage some color grading. And then in the end you end up with something like this. I think it looks really cool. And then if you put it together, where was the shot? It was here, I think. Then you end up with a really cool preview. And yeah, that's how you do it. There are 30 lens flares in this collection. They're all a little bit different. They're quite cool. And the cool thing is that they are shot with 100 frames a second. So you can just go here, change the speed to like 20. So you have like a 40-second lens flare and have this super smooth animation. That's the benefit, because most of the lens flares that you find online, they have a bad quality, or I don't know, they are limited to 25 frames a second. And honestly, especially for like 3D renders, that's simply not enough. Alright, so there's this website called lensdistortions.com, and they have this pack. It's called Luminary Iconic Glass Overlays, and they look kind of like this, and I bought it. It's for the good version you have to pay $129, I think there was like some added tax or something. It was really expensive for a few of them. And they look like this. I bought the pack and I hate it. I really didn't like it. Like, there were like 2 of them that worked well, but the rest of them, they all looked the same. And I don't know, the way they moved was like really not great, because it was like flickering or like suddenly turning on and off. I don't know. And they were cut off at the beginning and the end. I just didn't like using them. So I was thinking, yeah, their teaser looks so fancy, of course, but I don't know. I don't like them, and I honestly don't really recommend buying this pack unless someone, like the company, buys it for you. Then it's fun to use. But I wanted to find a different solution. So this is how theirs look like, and I decided to like make my own. And as you can see, I came pretty close, but actually I feel like mine look a little better because theirs have these weird, like, repetitive, I don't know, it looks like a prisma in front of a lens, but the ones I made, they are like more organic. Like, this is how mine look like. And if I tell you the secret, like how those are made, like probably how those are made and how I made mine, you won't believe it, because it's too simple. It's a really dirty trick. And yeah, I'm going to show you how I made it, because why not? I want to give you the chance to like make your own lens flares, to give your footage your own touch, especially if you're like a music video creator or if you make 3D animations. It's quite weird if you use like stock lens flares and then everyone is like, oh, he used lens distortions. Oh, I know where he gets his stuff from. I don't know. Didn't like it. So I made this how-to video. Where is it? Here. And here's the dirty secret. You use this food wrapping foil. I don't know how to say it, how to call it in English. I'm German, so sorry about that. And what you do is you take your camera and you remove your lens hood. This is how mine looks like. It's a really cool lens. I'm really happy with this lens. It's quite fancy. It even has like an OLED display. I've never seen that before. And what you do is you take your foil, you take like a piece of it and you just put it over your lens. Kind of like this. Sorry about the shaky video. It's like the first time for me trying to like record it. I have to get a better setup if more of you guys start watching my videos. But yeah, you just put it around the lens. This is just for demonstration, but when I actually shot it, I used a rubber band. I put my camera on a tripod, made the room really dark, got a backdrop, and got a flashlight. But you can also do it with your phone. And that's what you do. You like put it in front of it, and then you shine the light through it. So you can use a flashlight, you can use an iPhone, you can use a candle. It's really interesting to experiment because every light has a different hue to it, and it will give you like cooler reflections. And yeah, this is how it looked like after I shot it with a normal flashlight in my dark living room on a tripod. And yeah, there was not much editing to the lens flares. This is important when you shoot it. Make sure that your aperture is really wide open because you want to capture the bokeh of the camera. So I set it to 2.8. That worked really nicely for me. And make sure that your ISO is also really small because you don't want to put noisy footage on top of already noisy footage. And when you shoot it, set your video mode to like, I don't know how much frames per second your camera can do. Set it to the highest because you want it to look smooth. So slow down the footage. I shot it with 100 frames per second, so I can slow it down really a lot, and the lens flares will be super smooth. It will give me so much flexibility like later when I edit. And this is the last thing you have to consider and make sure that you do. Set the distance to unlimited. so you get the really nice bokeh. But you can also play around with it if you feel like you want more details, you want it less blurry or even blurrier, then just play with these values and you will get different results. But I feel like for me, those were the best settings. And if you say, oh, I don't have a Sony camera and I don't have this expensive size lens that you do that refracts the light in this cool way and looks amazing, you can also like do it with an iPhone. Or when I lived in Korea a few years ago, I wasn't able to bring my equipment because I was living in like a really tiny shoebox apartment, living out of a bag. I was a true minimalist. And yeah, I shot lens flares that looked really similar to these with a broken water bottle, like a transparent water bottle. I put it in front of my lens, in front of my iPhone lens, and then just used a different phone, the flashlight of the phone, and tried to get these reflections in. And it worked really nicely. I used it on different projects in the past and it looked super professional. Like nobody would have thought that it was like this dirty little bottle trick. But yeah, that's how you do it. And I think honestly, like, don't get these. $100, like, no way, even more. So yeah, now you know how you can do it. And if you say, oh, I'm too lazy, I want to get these because I don't want to set all this stuff up and experiment and have to do all the work. Look, I uploaded all of mine for $29, so you save $100. You basically get all the lens flares that I showed you before. They're in here. It's 30 really cool lens flares. Let me show you a couple of them. This one is quite nice. This one is also cool. I think this one was my favorite. So you get these really cool lens flares. They all look different. 30 of them, they're all recorded with 100 frames a second with a really low ISO, so there's absolutely no noise. And yeah, I put them on this website, so you just click confirm. You can get them for $29, and once you click checkout, you will get a download link with all of them, and then you can use them. Then you have the same lens flares that I always used the last couple of years. So the website where you can get these is artlabs.io. This is how it looks like. And when you're on the website, you have, this is for music producers, like they can license artwork, but you want to go here, premium assets, and there you are. It's just $29. I think that's way better than $129 for better lens flares. And yeah, you will get a download link. So that's it. That's my first tutorial on this channel. I really hope that you liked it, and I will upload the next video next Saturday. Thank you so much.